How you all doing? Hope you're doing good. Listen, if you're searching for drivers, excuse me while I zip myself up a bit. If you're searching for drivers, right, and you've been for a driver fitting, you'll know that the faces on all the drivers are basically 0.83. This is this big hot topic just now, core, or the speed the ball comes off the driver face at. What if a company out there was looking at how the ball comes off the driver face, as in 0.83 max core, in a different way? And what would be that driver to have a look at? Well, Krank Golf is the company, and they've been in long drive for years and years and years. Krank Golf specialise in drivers, especially for long drive, but they're entering the market on the normal driving fairway finder models for us club golfers. Now, what's special about them? Their Formula F2 range. There's 3 heads, and only one of them is core legal. But here's where it gets interesting. I'm going to put pictures up so you can see them. Right, let's get to the data. I'll scroll down because it's complicated to explain. Formula F2 drivers. The website is one of those websites, Drive Like the Pros. They've won more long drive competitions than any other company. Berkshire, all the rest of them have all used Krank drivers. Now, when they use the drivers, these long drive boys, right, they use a driver that has a super reinforced face, right? Now, Krank drivers are virtually handmade. They're hand cup forged, right? No other drivers forged. These are forged, reinforced faces, stretched back, perimeter weighting. They do lofts of from 1 degree to 5 degree for the long drive boys. Most of them play between 4 and 5 degrees loft. Now, the key to this is that their Pro Formula F2 driver is USGA conforming. It's on the list. And it's for swing speeds of 105 miles an hour upwards, right? So 125, 175 miles an hour. Don't think anybody's hit that yet. But in long drive, that's got the strongest face for the swing speed, right? Which makes it core legal, which is 0.83 core. But here's where it gets interesting for the likes of me and you. If you don't swing the driver at that speed, Krank have worked out that you are not in an equal ballpark ball game. If you think about it, if your driver's geared to 0.83 at a specific swing speed, right, and you don't meet that swing speed, i.e. you're slower, then you aren't compressing the face to get the spring effect off the face because you swing slower, right? So what Krank have said is the other 2 heads in the range will start with the lowest swing speed. It's the Formula F2 XX, super high core driver. Now, if you try and buy this driver with a high swing speed, you will cave in the face, right? That is their warning. Now, this double X driver is for a swing speed of between 50 miles an hour and a top swing speed of 85 miles an hour. Within those swing speeds, so you're talking senior golfers, you're maybe talking juniors, maybe talking some ladies, not all of them, because some of them swing a lot faster than that. But if you have a swing speed between 50 and 85 miles an hour, this double X will give you the maximum spring effect off the club face. Therefore, making you compete distance-wise or spring effect-wise with the other drivers aforementioned. Now, there's a second driver. It's the double X. Now, sorry, the X. I'm sorry, confused myself. Formula 2X, right? So instead of the double X, this one starts at 85 miles an hour and goes to 105 miles an hour. So, key to this Krank fitting formula is all the heads are identical, but the core face limitations are more flexible in the double X, still flexible in the X, but then when you get to the Pro version, that is 100% core conforming. So you can swing that as hard as you want. The face will always be 0.83. These drivers that I'm talking about, the X and the double X, are for the slower swing speeds. If you swing with a slow swing speed, you are not breaking the 0.83 core. Do you see what I'm getting at? So they're making a driver for people who have slower swing speeds to give them the maximum 0.83 core. Now, the proviso on this is that their drivers are covered if you're swinging within those swing speed parameters. You should not cave in the face. The face has a bulge and roll on it, like any other driver, between 12 and 15 degrees bulge and roll on the face. Now, they can measure that to determine if it's depressed or moved any, right? So if you've been trying to, let's say, cheat the system buying the double X, but your swing is 115, 120 mile an hour, you're going to cave the face in, right? So it's key to get fitted for these drivers. And obviously, if you fall into the category of 105 miles an hour up, then you're getting fitted for the Formula 2 Pro driver, right? We're putting the pictures in. Now, looking at them, they've got an adjustable neck and they've got two weights, low and back in the face. And you've got a MET forged face. Now, Krank make drivers and have done for years. I'm not saying that they out and out like one for you. What I'm saying is if you're going to get a driver, try a Krank and try one. Go what you got to lose. Have a demo of it. I believe they have them in local superstores here, beginning with A and a G. Not that I'm promoting them, but I mean, it's worth checking these avenues out because Krank drivers, you know, just because you haven't really heard of them, and they're massive in the States, by the way, price-wise, $549, you can start picking them up about $349. So if you convert that into pounds, but I think the theory behind it is quite a good one, because if you have a slow swing speed, you're not ever going to get a 0.83 core efficiency on some of these, or virtually every driver that is manufactured, until you get up to a swing speed of 105 miles an hour above. A lot of people have slower swing speeds, so it's maybe something that you want to have a look at. So that's what we've been delving into today. Krank Golf. Check out their website. They're on Facebook as well. And there's a number of YouTube videos on Krank, and obviously their long drive and their technology behind their heads. So I'll maybe leave some links in the description so you can go and have a look at them. But it's a team that are very, very conscious that they want to make the game of golf fair for all swing speeds, all level or age of golfers, etc. Thanks for watching. Remember, the channel is all for charity, Macmillan, Help the Heroes and Shelter UK. Thanks for watching.